All right, so I'm delighted to be joined by Undisputed lightweight champion of the world, Katie Taylor. Katie, how are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I didn't sleep too much last night. I'm still suffering from a bit of jet lag, but other than that, I'm doing good.
And having spoken to you in New York, it probably hadn't quite sunk in. I mentioned your new title there, Undisputed
Yeah.
champion of the world. How does that sound? How does that feel?
Oh, this sounds amazing. Absolute blessed, really. What an incredible journey over the last 3 years. It is something that I dreamed of and worked so hard towards over the last few years, and to have all those 4 belts, including the Ring Magazine belt, actually 5 belts in total, is an absolute dream.
And I heard your flight was cancelled. I know that because I was supposed to be on that flight as well. So you managed to get all the belts home and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the flight was cancelled on the Sunday night, so we had to travel home on the Monday, but we got home eventually anyway.
Well, you got a better reception than me. There was a lot of there was a lot of people waiting for you. It must have been great feeling to see all those people coming out to support you.
Yeah, great reaction and great reception in Dublin Airport, and something that I didn't really even expect, to be quite honest. The support I've gotten over the last few years has been absolutely phenomenal, and to see so many people there and so many media there as well was absolutely incredible.
And there was a lot of reaction to Shane Ross being there. Did you have much of a relationship with him before? Had you met him before?
I don't think so. I think I might have met him maybe during the Rio Olympics, but yeah, that's the first time I kind of had any real conversation with him.
Yeah.
But it's great to see that he was there in all the photos, and yeah, it was funny.
I said it to you the other night. It's probably an unfair comparison, but like winning the undisputed lightweight title must be up there with the gold medal you won in London. Would you say they're comparable?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is the absolute pinnacle of the sport, really, to be undisputed champion, and it definitely surpassed. I think it surpassed what I achieved as an amateur, which is absolutely incredible. I'm so happy now that the London Olympics isn't my greatest achievement anymore. I am going from strength to strength, and the best thing about it is that the best is yet to come as well. I still haven't reached my best, and I still haven't shown my best, and there's so many more big fights out there for me.
And it's remarkable, really. You mention it. Since you turned pro, you've been on so many huge shows, and yet last week even felt a step up from before. Like,
Yeah.
did you have a chance to soak up the fight week, or were you just kind of clued into the task at hand?
Yeah, I think I was just pretty much trying to focus on the fight itself, but I did realise in fight week that this week was different than any other fight week. It was a lot bigger, and Anthony Joshua's American debut, Madison Square Garden for the undisputed title. It was so special all week. The atmosphere was definitely different all week as well. But I said before that you really couldn't write a better script. Really fighting for the undisputed title in the Mecca of boxing on an Anthony Joshua undercard, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
And I don't know if you were able to appreciate it at the time, because again, you're probably so clued in, but the atmosphere when you were coming to the ring and for that final round was remarkable. Were you able to soak that up at the time?
Yeah, not really, to be honest.
Yeah.
At the time, I think you're just,
It's all white
yeah,
noise.
exactly. You're just kind of focused on the fight itself. But I did see clips of even the result and stuff. The atmosphere was absolutely amazing. The support I got there was incredible, and yeah, I mean, it was a fight of the year contender as well. So yeah, the atmosphere was absolutely brilliant.
And we spoke in the lead up to the fight about Persoon herself. No surprise, she was an unorthodox fighter, and you probably were like well planned or well equipped for what was coming. Was there anything that surprised you on the night in terms of her approach?
I don't think anything surprised me. I think she was everything I expected. Really, I knew it was going to be a tough fight, and I knew it was going to be the toughest fight in my career, and I was prepared for that type of challenge. And it was a touch and go fight. Really, it was a very close fight, a very tough fight, and I knew that was going to be the case going into that. This was the best fight in the best, and but yeah, what an absolute battle it was! What an absolute war!
And she is very unconventional, like compared to yourself, for example, a textbook boxer who's got all the fundamentals. She's quite the opposite. Is there anything that impressed you in terms of what she did? Is there anything in terms of her own game that impressed you on the night?
Not really. As I said, she was everything I expected. She was very unorthodox, very awkward. I knew she had a brilliant work rate. She punches non-stop really for the 10 rounds, and and that was it really. Those kind of fighters are really hard to look well against. I find you just have to kind of dig deep and show a lot of heart, and just sometimes just punch and fight back, and then that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, and you certainly did that, and again, it's something we've spoken about where maybe some of these opponents underestimate how good you are inside, and you were happy to trade with Persoon at times, but it was probably round 6 where you showcased your game plan to box and move, and made her miss a lot and punished her a lot as well. Was that sort of what you and Ross had worked on in the lead up to the fight? Was that round 6 sort of?
Yeah, I think so. I definitely got caught into a bit more of a fight than I should have really, and that's something that I struggle with sometimes. But my personality I just want to stand there and fight a lot more than what I probably should. But the atmosphere and stuff, it's hard not to fight sometimes. And but yeah, I mean, I knew beforehand that was a fight where I was going to have to show a lot of heart and show a great chin to both of us really, and that's the kind of fight that that'll turn into.